in Gurgaon, we will go big building, 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 employees working in one building. So these are a big area, big segment. So from there, I was hunting that key, any idea which can interest me. So just I came across this Apollo Sindoori Hotel. So this is the promoters are from Apollo Hospital Group, the very good pedigree. So when I look at the company for a study purpose, then first the management is the first criteria, that how he is going to drive the entire train or plane or whatever is there, how he is going to fly that. So in that criteria, this is passed. Then I saw the shareholding pattern. So almost 67% is being held by the promoter, and around 7 or 8% is IEPF. Very interesting. Plus some position is suspend account, this, that. So around 80% is in the handful people or IEPF. And total number of share is 26 lakhs only. Very illiquid share and very small capital base. So around 5 or 5.5 lakh is the float. The interesting part, these are the, when we have to look at the risk, that what kind of risk we are carrying while we are identifying or investing something. So first we have to see the risk parameters. Then when I when I went deep into the balance sheet and annual report, then I saw that around 57 crores they are put as an investment, that is a cash component kind of we can consider. 26 crore of cash or equivalent. And debt is hardly anything. 2 crores of term loan and 2 crores of working capital. Rest is the lease liability. So it is a net cash company. Plus around 60 rupees EPS they are doing. Of course, the other income is in that. Still, it is available at 12 times. And around 215, 217 crores of top line they had done last year. And interesting thing is that during COVID period also, they had generated a free cash flow. 14, 15 crores of free cash flow every year they are generating. Then when I said what can trigger from here, so now all the corporate car park is opening, cafeterias are opening, all the industrial cafeterias opening, outside catering is opening. They had gained experience in the smaller Apollo hospital. Now they are going to the non-Apollo group also. In healthcare hospital side, if you will see last 4 or 5 years, a lot of consolidation has happened. Fortis has been bought by IHS. This has bought that. So a lot of consolidation is happening. So I can foresee that this fragmented caterer will get consolidated now. Suppose I am a doctor, I am running a hospital of 300 beds. Okay. So I am my own caterer and I was doing that. Now, suppose Apollo or Fortis or IHS or Salvi has taken over me. So now they will go for as per their SOP. So they will call for the caterer who can have this parameter in place. And trust me, when I was going through that, then I understood that catering to the hospital is very difficult task, because we have cardiac patients there, we have diabetic patients there, we have gynec cases there, we have orthopedic cases there. So a lot of migraine cases are there. So in that sense, it is very customized at every level. So in that sense, these are pioneer. Very few people in that segment. That is one thing. Then last year they had done a lot of work on IT. You can go through their annual report. I think page number 64. They had given that, and what they are going to undertake this year. This year going to the all geography, right? And my sense is that this company will go global. It will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, that I can't tell. But this company is going poised for the go global. So almost 85, 90 crore of cash with the market cap of 220 to 30 crores, or probably yesterday I have not seen, maybe 210 crores. It is available one time sales. If we go in the hospitality sector, we will find 3.5x sales to 12x. Of course, Indian hotel is trading at 12x. Of course, the real estate value. So let us take out the half. Still, we can fairly assume 3.5x to 6x. The this segment, this sector is getting traded, and it is available at 1x only. Right. So there is a huge scope, the huge margin of safety, which I feel. Then, if you go by their announcement, they had applied for 50 crore loan from Aditya Birla Finance for business investment. They have already cash on books around 90 crore, 50 crore loans. So my limited uh, wisdom tells that they are going for a some inorganic acquisition. I don't know. I don't have any information, nothing. It is purely my reading. And they might do probably 120 crore or 150 crore, I don't know. But definitely that is going to generate at least 2x or 3x of the revenue. So current 215 crores of top line, if this acquisition, whatever I'm thinking, if it falls right, this company can go to 400 or 500 crore of top line with the 5-6% of PAT. So around 30 crores of PAT. And once the cash will go out of the balance sheet, the return ratio will improve drastically. So that is one study I had done recently. Of course, it is very liquid, keep in the mind. I might have a small position right now because on 29th, the AGM is there. I will attend that. I will have few more questions with them. Then in next meeting, I will share what is the outcome. I will try to meet them also. But so far, the focus of the promoter has not been visible in Apollo Sundaram. Let me reiterate that also. But this year annual report reveals something that they are going in all geographies. Plus, this 50 crore loan for business investment is indicating something that their focus has come to this segment now. And traditionally, I am following this Apollo Hospital since 2003. Okay, so they are a very smart business people. They always develop the business under the wrap. It might take 2, 3, 4 years, and suddenly it start delivering like anything. And जो 3 साल 4 साल का बनवास होता है ना, वो फिर 2 साल में ही सब निकल जाता है. So it's like that. That is a one interesting company has I came across 200 crore market cap and one time sales. So and generally sector is trading at 3.5 to 6 times after adjusting the real estate value of the big hotels because they are asset heavy. This is the asset light model. So definitely it will command in terms of P, it will command more premium going forward. Let us see. Apollo Hospital is what is the market cap? 45,000 crores. Anybody can tell? I had not seen that. So this cannot be 200 crore market cap. And let me put one interesting point here. If this promoter will launch some startup like this promoter pedigree, take my word, they will get fund at 1,000 crore, not less than 1,000 crore. And when the same promoter pedigree company is available in 200 crore in the listed, where their exit route is also there. So this is from my side, and this is let me put this. I am surely biased in that because सबको अपनी बुद्धि अच्छी लगती है और इन्वेस्ट करने को किया है या सोच रहे हैं करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली बायसनेस तो होगा भाई. तो आप लोग सब अपना स्टडी कीजिए. कोई ये बाइंग सेलिंग और कोई रिकमेंडेशन नहीं है. दिस इज प्योरली फॉर द नॉलेज शेयरिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पे नॉलेज शेयर कर रहा हूँ.
Would anybody like to share any thoughts, ask any question? Please put on your video, identify yourself and speak. A very interesting company review. Vikram, your thoughts on it?
Manoj, sorry, I don't cover this company. I have a very limited stock basket of not more than 20-25 companies, which is anyway it is a nifty 20-25 companies where I look into that. So literally I don't invest and track small cap companies. So I do not have anything.
वो विक्रम जी जब बड़ा हो जाएगा तब आप इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, तब तक हम लोग रहेंगे उधर, है ना?
You are right, Pankaj ji, but
नहीं ठीक है, अरे
my core thing में ही time नहीं मिलता है. So listed में I have very limited view. You won't believe, but in private markets we definitely track a lot of these companies where we have lot of these companies which will basically get listed in some time. So वहाँ पे ज़्यादा time जाता है, तो listed market I have very limited scope.
Yeah, fair enough. This company is very small, 200 crore with the hardly
200 crore.
Any float is available, but this kid can become definitely youth, it looks like. So that's why I identified. The potential is very, very immense looking at the sector, because I can visualize through Gokhana where the potential lies. And definitely the consolidation is hospital sector will lead to the quality caterers and all. So that is the hypothesis. 100 करोड़ कैश है, 200 करोड़ में मिल रहा है, तो थोड़ा मार्जिन ऑफ सेफ्टी भी दिखता है. So again I am telling this is not buy, sell or hold, Baba, because it is everybody's own wisdom to study and do it. Just I am highlighting, okay, this has come across to me, which looks interesting to me. That's all.
Pankaj, Milan is asking the full name of the company. Again, if
Apollo Sindoori Hotels, listed only on NSC.
NSC, yeah, correct.
One observation, Pankaj, you talked about the revenue and current valuations of the company, and also unlisted player or startups are commanding much more higher valuations. What we have seen is the liquidity of the scrip on the exchanges. It shows less than around 2,000 shares are traded currently.
I told Manojji, it is very liquid. Total number of shares is 26 lakhs only, out of which 20 lakhs is already like a logged in kind of. I already mentioned, I told categorically it is very liquid. 2-3 times I mentioned.
Yes. So one will have to accumulate small quantities and hold for a long term.
Exactly. This is not a 1 quarter or 2 quarter kind of thing, because what I see that the focus is coming back. That is pure my assumption, because they are going for the business investment loan while holding 90 crore of cash. They are telling that in annual report that they will go pan in all geography now. So these things are indicating that some focus has come to this company from the promoter side. When it comes, then if you will see, go while their corporate profile, which is available on their website, they are still not operating in all Apollo hospitals right now. Small hospitals, they are getting experience, then they are spreading their wings. Because managing hospital cafeteria is very different from the normal cafeteria. You have to look at the nutrition, food quality, किसको कौन सा खाना देना है, क्या करना है, वो बहुत ही niche area है. So once that will happen, I think big time can happen here. It can be something I will not mention, but लगता है काफी बड़ा हो सकता है.
it could be possibly the visibility of the company needs to be improved. And from what they have shared in the brochure, is they have got a very good high quality blue chip customers.
Exactly. I think you had already opened that, right?
And the annual report also talks about one subsidiary which is making losses.
That
So
is, this is a biomedical management. So medical waste management company. So that is also going to grow because nowadays biomedical waste disposal is a big pain area for everybody, if you will see. So this company has got that expertise also.
yeah, so when that turns around, and hopefully they will respond to your questions
I will
at the
surely.
coming
Yes, yes,
AGM, so we'll
yes,
get
yes.
more information about that. And also another observation is lot of SMEs are coming with IPOs, and this month and the coming month seems to be a grace where actually the minimum investment is required in a range of 2 lakh rupees, which are considered to be high risk and but very limited disclosures, and that, like, half-yearly results. Now this company is coming with quarterly results, and results are also improving. So possibly a more visibility and interaction by the company can possibly create a major difference in valuation. We have seen even SME companies where the market cap is below 100 crores. They are now, because of visibility, getting much more volumes. And although
So
less than 25% is listed, but this is the kind of a hidden gem you seem
eh,
to have discovered. And with your ongoing inquiries and interaction with the management, more information will come out and appropriate valuations will come, and possibly volume should also increase.
I look at chart also, Manojji. So this company has 900 to 1,000 rupees. This company has came four or five times. So that is the reason where we will get the some quantity also. And once it is passes, then I think there is no stopping. It looks like. So making this cocktail, it looks very interesting because, as you rightly told, many SME companies coming up with the 200, 300 crore market cap, and this company with the almost 90 crore of cash available at 200 crore and one-time sales, the triple A promoter pedigree, excellent headroom, excellent headroom. I will tell you, post COVID, the hygiene, the consolidation in healthcare sector, the way outdoor catering is opening. This company is also in the outdoor catering also. They hold, I think, I had not gone in details, but two or three hotels, three-star hotel, they are holding. So this the going wrong in this company, as per my limited knowledge, looks to be very, very minimal. So when we talk about the equity is always high risk, high return game, I always feel that equity is always low risk, high return game. If we get company like this, so our risk probably is very, very limited. And
Of course, that's
when
for the long-term investor.
it is always investing, हम खुद को पैदा होते के साथ इतने बड़े दिमाग वाले नहीं हो गए सर.
So needs a
पैदा
regular watching and regular monitoring, but quite interesting. I hope you come out with more such hidden gems with deep dive into companies, and also interact with the companies and see that they respond properly. And one more interesting thing which has come in the company's annual report, when you review in the audit report, key matters. The auditor has mentioned are the part of the collections are by cash, but the management has responded to it because restaurant business, a part of the collections are always in cash, and that it needs to be fully accounted. That matter has been mentioned in the audit report because of
Correct.
the new recent requirements of the accounting regulator, but they have responded on how they are treating and strengthen their control system to have a proper accounting. And you mentioned about the pedigree of the management. So it is quite interesting. We have done a deep dive into the company, looking at the audit report also, subsidiary also, and various businesses. And you are ready to interact with them at the AGM this week, which is more important, and get responses and to see that there is sustained wealth creation. Possibly you may even share your thoughts with the company's management and they listen to you, and which will help all the stakeholders, including the promoters. So
Yes, yes.
really wonderful,
We
wonderful insights.
we will, if they will not interact, we will try to make them interact. SEBI
Oh,
is
that
there,
will be.
exchanges are there. We will write them. Why do either they got private? If they are listed, they have to interact with the shareholders. They don't have any choice, boss.
Oh,
We
that's
also
really wonderful.
we
Wonderful.
are also owner of the company. Shareholder means what? We are the owner of the company. If company will get bust, we will lose everything. Very
Really,
small or big, it doesn't matter.
that's very interesting. We have Umesh. You are there with us?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely right. And rather, I just had the last conversation. The enlightened shareholder is going to be the new thing, and that is really need of the hour, basically, because the things are happening in the corporate world. What was the problem was shareholders were not enlightened as of now. Very few were attending the AGMs or putting questions to the management how the functioning is happening. But just now I heard your conversation. If people like us really enlightened, whatever may be our contribution to the company as a shareholder, maybe one share or maybe 100 rupee share or whatever may be the amount that we are investing. If you put a question to the management, their role, definitely they will be vigilant enough to understand ki bhai, no, now the people have shareholders have understood and their roles and responsibilities, and then definitely management will take care of all these issues. I think we have to raise ourselves to that extent and start. And now really after COVID, most of the corporates listed companies are taking their AGM online. So e-voting, e-participation is allowed, though there is some uh, pre-compliances to be done. But if you do that, I think your questions are getting answered over there. They have been put in these systems, and you get a communication about this thing. So I think this is a step as a shareholder we have to take care of these things, because this is a paradigm shift in the entire economy is taking place. Rather, it is not from the perception of the department, it is perception from the investor, perception from the corporates, and as well as from the society. And as auditors, definitely our role is getting changed. And post digitization, the departments are, or the regulators are flooded with the information, various types of information. So they, on the tips of their button, they get such a huge data of the corporates, of the auditors, of the shareholders, and so many things. Rather, we are not able to get that much information which government is having. And because of that, probably it is very easy for them to regulate the activities of the corporates or maybe other people. Rather, we as a chartered accountants, rather we are somewhere have to be more confident and vigilant. Whether verification should be done in such a manner that the report should speak so much of things. I think it is an additional responsibility going to be cast on the chartered accountants. We are responsible from the day one, once we are being a chartered accountant. But post digitization, it is increasing day by day. And if you come across the recent news of NFRA orders, which have been very last week, I think we gone through the NFRA orders where NFRA has really started its role to play. 5 years before, we think that they are going to be a financial reporting body only, giving the some guidelines and this, but now they are actually regulating the profession also. We have got some news that few of the chartered accountants have been barred for 3 years with penalty of 3 lakhs rupees. All this is for the reason they are not followed the standards. These are basically about the listed companies, but it is not far long that now all standards are applicable to non-corporate entities also. In that situation, your audit reports are being screened by various regulators. Rather, it may be maybe the ROC or maybe the NFRA for listed companies or SEBI, or so many regulators are there who are coming across with the reports. And if you fail to comment on those notes to accounts where there are some key areas or standards followed or not followed, key matters of emphasis, you are going to be in trouble. As a chartered accountant, as a auditor of the company, definitely this is going to happen. And now with these 2-3 orders which we came across, we are bound that now the scanner is been there on the chartered accountants, the role. What is the expectation of the regulators are increased multifold, because they got the information and they expect the verification should go drill down to that extent from the auditors. They should report these matters because they are handling the financial matters during the audit, going through the systems, going through the data. They have direct access of the data, which sometimes may not be the reality, but the ground reality has changed, and most of the digital data is available to the auditors for verification. How you are using your professional judgment, how depth you are going for your audit, that's going to be a major change. And apart from that, how smart you are to interpret the data, that is going to play a major role in this all this reporting. And I really see that the post COVID, the roles are getting changed in a very different way. The responsibilities are getting different way. But there is a second side, rather this is a flop side of the chartered accountancy profession itself, that we as a chartered accountants, we are not quoting the remuneration to the audit properly. We are compromising the remuneration, but our responsibilities are not getting compromised. There we are lacking the unity, the saying no, I will not do your audit unless I've been getting the fees of this much amount. I think we are lacking somewhere there. If you compare the other profession, take the profession of doctors, the patient may be on death bed, but they will not come down to the level. I'm not saying there's something bad into that. They are maintaining their standards. Well, the reason could be anything. If you see the advocate profession, if you go for filing any petition, there's a standard benchmark. No one going to compromise. They may compromise for the petty affidavit and all this. These are very cheap level working, rather. But if you talk about the proper profession as such, filing the appeals, or maybe for writ petition, or maybe any appeal in the High Court, Supreme Court, or it may be, or maybe in the civil courts, they are maintaining their standards in charging the fees. Rather, fees have been upfront paid. There is no compromise because they know the requirement of the profession, the time
Umesh ji,
requirement, the quality.
Umesh
Yes,
ji, Umesh
yeah,
ji, I will, I will, I will put only 2 cents of mine. This
yes,
is
sir.
the last 40, 50 year, whatever the few chartered accountants has done the malpractices. This is the
Yes,
outcome
yes,
of that. So you have to bear with it. So
yeah,
let us not blame the system. Let us blame ourselves that we have done this,
absolutely,
not you,
absolutely, sir.
not you. So there is no point. The things will fall in place. I will always maintain that nature will play its own course to correct it, and that
Yes,
is
yes,
happening.
yeah.
That is
And sir,
happening.
one more addition point, rather, in addition to that, I would like to put it, we have to blame first because it is ultimately we as a collectively we are cause for all this issue. But now the leaders of the profession, rather the torchbearers of the profession, has to demonstrate the strength, unity, and as well as they have to demonstrate something like that. What is the quality of profession? And for that, they have to come out, because this is the need of our, the standards of profession are very high, the expectation of the society are very high, and we have to stand with that. And for that, yes, definitely the elected leaders should take a very key role. I rather
And
take the simple
when
example. I'm just quoting a
see,
simple example of Modi sir. How Narendra Modi, India was for 5 years, 2014, before India was, and today India, there is a see change in the India because of the change in the perception. So change in the perception about the profession is the key role of the leaders of the profession. Once they bring that change in the eyes of the society, it get percolated to the lower end. Then you have to bound to go with that activity. I
Yes, sir.
think
Umezi,
yes,
I will urge you
yeah,
to go with the audit report
yeah,
which Deloitte has given in case of IndoStar Capital. Uh,
okay,
31st March 2022 result has come on the 5th August 2022.
mm, mm.
Okay, you go by the audit report. I am sure if you have done a
Pankaj, your
basic,
video is on. Can you just check?
uh, no, video was not on because I was hovering. That's why I had switched off.
Yeah,
So if you go by the report, you will find that इससे बड़ा mockery नहीं हो सकता. They had given that this company will not sustain on the going concern basis.
yeah,
Whatever the hypothesis they had taken, please go and read that how can an auditor can give this kind of report when they are auditing this company since 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I
oh,
don't know the exact. And till December, the company was fine. As the
oh,
company has gone for forensic audit with the ENY, then they came out the most harsher report that this company may not survive.
oh,
I don't know. So that's why I'm telling you, na, we trust the chartered accountant and they are doing like this.
yes,
So let us not be egoistic about our own knowledge, wisdom, anything. And
yes,
moreover,
yes,
when we are investing our own money, then let us feel responsible ourselves. Let us
yes,
not blame
absolutely.
others.
Yeah, yes, 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 definitely, definitely, sir. Sometimes fingers are on our side also. We have to see that also how we are
Right.
doing. Yes,
No,
and
Manoj,
there are few culprits definitely. That is where the profession getting tarnished.
so
We
it
have to
will
accept those.
it will correct itself, sir. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry. We
let us
will,
wait for the long term
yes.
solutions. Long term
Exactly.
solution will definitely
It will
clean it.
come. Don't worry. Everything has its own life.
Yeah, it's a own life. Absolutely, you
Yes, yes.
correctly said, sir.
So
Yes, yes,
one the person who takes the gun, his life is 5 year or 6 year. So the nature will
एक
take
गोली
its own
उनको भी
course.
कभी लगने वाली है, उनको भी मालूम रहता है कि एक गोली
बिल्कुल
हमारे पास
बोल तो
कभी
रहा हूँ ना,
आने
इसलिए
वाला
बोल
है.
रहा हूँ नेचर विल टेक उन कोर्स. किसी भी चीज का अति हमेशा खराब होता है.
खराब होता है.
मनोज
Yes,
जी नेक्स्ट.
yeah,
Umesh, you have been looking at financial reporting and regulatory orders very closely. So
yeah,
can you share your insights on the regulatory orders you have studied, which have
yeah,
come this month? Last couple
yeah,
of weeks, there have been a couple of regulatory orders
yes,
on
yes, yes,
financial reporting
yeah.
issues.
Sir, now basically I've talked about the NFRA only. NFRA की जो दो तीन orders आई है ना, we got these orders, NFRA orders for last in a couple of months, 1 month, within the 1 month, and where they have gone in detail of the reporting of the chartered accountants. The expectation is too high. Whether wherever you have followed the standards, where you have not followed the standards, have you reported about those standards? So such a minute level detailing is being expected by the NAFRA, and where you are not commented upon those standards, immediately they are taken the chartered accountants for right, and they have passed the orders about the financial penalties as well as the barring the 2 years or 3 years or something like that. So this is where the NAFRA has started acting very vigilantly about the reporting of the chartered accountants. Initially, we thought their role will be limited to the extent of looking after the financial statements, but now the responsibilities, the roles have been enlarged to such an extent that they have started penalizing the chartered accountants, and it's bound to happen because the things have been looked by them very seriously. The expectations are very high, and then accordingly the actions are taking place. So we don't find any wrong thing into it. Here is a warning, is a whistleblower. It is just a whistleblower for us. How we have to go deep into the audit when you are. And that's why I've seen there is a in professional, there is a vertical split is happening. Most of the MSMEs, the SMPs are coming out of the profession, out of the audit activity. They are more just going for the taxation part only. Whereas there are bigger mid-size and bigger corporates, big firms who are stick to the audits, but they are also thinking about the departmentalizing the audit and non-audit profession. And more or less, they are even we have seen ENY or maybe some other. There were news that they are going to split the audit and non-audit functions, maybe moving out of these certain audit because things are not in a simple as of now, because government has taking the things in a very different way. And that is what the expectation of the government also, the regulator also. So I think these orders are very speaking orders, and these orders are really alarming orders for chartered accountants, auditors to see the audits in very detailed manner. Rather, if you are capable enough, having the capacity, machinery, and the depth of knowledge, then only you accept the audits, other you stay away from the audits, because you're going to burn your hands if you are not doing the audit properly, thoroughly. Now the test check and all these things, disclaimers may not be saving you from the pinch of the NFRAs or maybe other regulators. So better auditors has to be playing their role as auditors. Maybe sometimes not even as a watchdog. Maybe you have to step to the bloodhound level also sometimes. So it is saving face for us that we are not a bloodhound. But now the expectation, because you have multiple options available, multiple tools available, multiple records are available, everything is with you digitally on face of it. So why not able to bring out those observations in your report? So this is a straightforward question to the auditors, and we may not have the answers for this thing. So I think the role is being getting differently changed in the digital world, and auditor has to withstand their responsibility to that extent on a very different footings. So these are some of the observations we got from this NAFRAs, and I think this is what I can contribute on this issue. Any comments
So,
from yours will be
so
happy.
the so the cut copy paste culture has gone.
Absolutely, sir. You are perfect. You are very perfect on the point. No cut copy, absolutely not. And even the dating, कहीं date miss हुआ ये हुआ है, कुछ भी, even they have commented on that. What is
They
the
are right,
what is
na.
the,
You
they
are
are,
doing the audit. You are not doing
yes,
the mockery, boss. So you
they are
have
not
to
doing
be
no.
very careful what you are writing,
Yes,
what is
yes,
your observation. That's why how just think of Reliance is a, let us say, 15 lakh crore market cap company. So everybody is relying on the auditor's report. If they
yes,
will not do their justice, you are playing with the 15 lakh crores.
yes, absolutely. Your 10 pages of value of 10,000 pages, something like that, because that is the gist
Just
of
now,
everything.
just now I mentioned the company, and Manoj ji has come out now that auditor has raised that a lot of cash transactions. So this level of due diligence is required, and it
Yeah,
has to come in the audit report. Then only the any management who is doing the cash transaction, let us the nature of business, they will hesitate in siphoning of the money.
yeah,
This thing will
absolutely.
create barrier and the checkpoint for them.
And if you see the reporting standards, reporting styles have been changed because the government is expecting so much of detailing from you. Even if you see the tax audit reports,
That is
cross
that is
40
that
crore.
is that I think that is not wrong. They are very
Yeah, that is
genuine.
not wrong because the data is
It is
available.
required.
That is data is
Yeah, that is
available.
required also. That's why you are being paid. That's why you are being made auditor.
That is being done. And here the auditor either do their 100% job justification, where you cannot blame कि भाई हमारा fees कम है. No, that is you are wrong of accepting the commitment or
Don't
the
do so.
don't do.
Who is telling
Who
you
has
to
forced
take
you?
the
Who has forced you?
yes? Don't take no.
Yes.
Manoj ji, I have to move because I have to go somewhere. So with your
Yeah, yeah.
permission, I would like to leave. Is it possible?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pankaj.
Manoj ji.
Very nice.
Thanks everyone.
Your comments. Yeah,
Yeah,
please. Thank
and
you.
Umesh, it's a
Yeah.
quite interesting. You mentioned about this regulator now looking at reports. Some of them are actually smaller companies. and it is smaller auditors.
Mm.
So, what's your thoughts on the big fish?
See, big
And
fish are already big fours or other big corporate firms have already started taking these steps. They are trying to detach themselves from the audits. If they are not having sufficient capacities in that direction, they are trying to get, because they understood the impact of changing roles, and they are either separately creating a departments, or maybe going away from the audit portfolio itself, vertical itself. They are taking these steps. Maybe sooner or later we can see there will be few corporate the practitioners or the firms will be taking the audit function. Most of them will be working in the non-traditional areas or some other areas also. There is nothing to surprise into it. They understood that now the government is very serious on those issues, and accordingly the things are moving. So probably we can definitely see the sea change in the entire profession in coming years. Many firms will go out of the profession. And even if you see even the audits, say let us take the audits. Company audit is a company audit, but whereas the tax audit account, the limit has increased to 10 crores. So I think that type of things have been taken away because they want to seriously. Even the MSCB limits are increased to 200 crore. The government is having a different objectives, a very large objective. From that per se, they are looking from the entire activities. Whatever the functioning of these regulators or the auditors, as a auditor is a sort of a regulator itself, of a financial regulator. So they are looking from these auditors different expectation altogether. आपके आपके रोल्स को काफी डिफाइन करने से बजाय उन्होंने एनलार्ज इतना कर दिया है. Now you have to withstand the role. Once your signature has so much of importance, when you say it is equal to the prime minister or the president's signature, so the responsibility is different, altogether different, and that much of expectation has been created in the society, in the market. So we cannot deny those responsibilities, and we cannot go away from the responsibility. Remuneration has no meaning, and that excuse is not with you. Either you quote proper remuneration which is justifiable to you or your duties, or don't accept the activity. That is the one, yes or no. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble in future years, and that trouble will no one can able to save from that profession, from that problem. These are the straightforward. These are the straightforward working of the government. That is a thought process, complete thought process, and it is happening. It is happening now. We are seeing those the orders are came in the open observation. It's nothing like that.
what's
Yes,
happening in Byju? Byju, there has been a lot of developments on this
yes.
reporting front.
We are expecting some comment on that. Basically, from the governments also, because there is an evaluation issues are there. So many things are there. See, everything has its own life. As Prasoon sir also said that maybe in a couple of few months or maybe in a year we will come something from something on Byjus also, how the things have been. It's like a balloon getting created because of so many connects, or maybe whatever may be the reasons. But such things, underlying facts are not getting changed. Unless and until that facts get changed, things will be different. But facts are same. So I don't think maybe in a couple of months or years or something like that, 1 or 2 years, maybe by 1 year, we will get some concluding remarks on Byjus also. कोई ना कोई regulator heavily आ ही जाएगा उसके ऊपर.
So it's a balloon and it had a big four as a auditor, right?
Yes. And see, openly there were in public domain also, there were so many complaints, so many issues, or so many discussions are going on. Maybe the cognizance may not have been taken by the regulator as of now, but in few period we will get few months, or we can say maybe we have to just wait for the time. It will definitely come. Yes, I am quite
So
hopeful of that.
regulators look at such companies or no? These are
No,
multi-billion dollar companies
every
valuations.
every company, rather especially listed companies, definitely everyone is under the scanner. Everyone is under the scanner. We cannot
This is
deny that.
not a listed company with multi-billion-dollar valuations, and
Yes,
whose financial statements, audited accounts have been relied on to get billions of dollars of investments. So
yeah.
do they get away from the sights of the regulator? We have two regulators
It's a watch period. Rather,
on
we can say
accounting.
it's a free look period. Probably it may be the free look period for the regulators, and definitely we can see even what is happening in the ED. If you see how the ED NIA is coming out with all these, they are different levels. So government is acting on all the levels. Step by step, they are taking the culprits in their arms. So it's one day, even probably we may see that things also. So we have to wait for the time, but that's it. We have to wait for the time.
So what are private equity players doing in such companies? They have got a huge number of blue chip private equity players. So do they, what type of due diligence and looking at financial reporting
See,
they
what I can
do?
see, what I can see pursue is that, see, the by valuation, increasing valuation, or maybe huge marketing strategies, advertising. Byju has now into all the sponsorships of the crickets have been through Byju's and all these things. So they are getting the valuation getting increased. The probably the maybe making the money through those things and getting out of the investors, maybe getting out in few years. That is what their expectation may be. Uh, and in the promoters, who are the brand promoters. So based on that, they may be trying to get the benefits out of that. But I don't think there is a long-term sustainability about these things. It's always a issue, because such type of companies, it's come in the, we know, the dot-com boom comes, something like that. आया इतना companies आ गए, सब dot-com बन गया, सब, then they get vanished. So this long-term sustainability will definitely be in question unless until there is a proper business model is there, profitable business model is there. It's very doubtful for long term. This is what I observe, or my perception. If other participants may have some different observation about that, let's them comment on this issue. I will be also engaged with their observation also. Yes, sir. Any comments from other participants will definitely will enlighten us about the other side of the story also, if they have something more read about Byju's or some other companies. Anyone like
Vinod,
to
some thoughts
contribute?
from you?
Yeah, any contribution from other participants, please? No, no comments from them. Yes, you can
Any
continue.
thoughts you can post on chats also. All issues are being taken up. Umesh, you had some thoughts on the elections in the professional body
Yeah. That is one. Let us congratulate
updates.
the new CCM that is getting elected, and Piyush Chajad been elected as a CCM with a good these things results. So I think we have seen the entire by elections have been costing to the institutes roughly around, say, 5 crore rupees. Rather, it is, let us be frank with that, it's a sheer waste of money on the by elections, because as such Piyush Chajad was the last eliminated person, the 12th number person. 11 candidates were elected for the CCM from western regions, and he was the 12th person. He missed that boat last time, and there was quite expected that he will get through this election by election, and that is what has happened. So expectations were quite similar that Piyush Chajad will be the CCM this time. That has happened also now, but at the cost of time, money, energy, and cost is not a small amount. It's a more than almost near to 5 crores. What we can expect. I think the prudence would have prevailed. Rather, the council could have taken the decision with the ministry, with the help of ministry or something like that, where this cost could have been saved, and that could have been used for the profession. That could have been used for the members, that could have been used for the benefit of students, or the what are the professional activities could have been done. But unfortunately, that has not happened. Reasons could be n number of reasons could be there for that. But let us be proactive on such type of things. There could have been a adoption of the members, or what it may be. The rules and regulations may not be justifying those things for them, but otherwise there could have been dialogue with the ministry for such type of things. But I think we have to see that this should not happen again. There should be amendment, proper amendment. Such type of things maybe happen for the first time. Let's understand in that fashion. In future, the money contributed by the students and members should not be getting waste into that. Rather, we have to see that even the entire election process needs radical changes. Radical changes needs to be done. I think we can remember the TN session, the person who has changed the entire election process of the India. So somebody like TN session should come in even our opinion also to change the complete election process. Wherever there are some radical changes are required, that has to be brought into it. Where we can save the money is getting spent on various ways. For the institute money as well as the candidates money is also getting spent. We as a chartered accountants, we are an elite community. We are really knowledge person, and we should definitely try to convince our role as a leader to our members by communication and not by freebies or the parties. And freebies, the matter of freebies is going on in Delhi and all other areas. We know. So freebies or other the freebies in the form of maybe party or maybe other. I don't think that should be the way of convincing our candidature to any of the members. Other members should feel, no, this is the right candidate and I should vote for him because he's going to serve the profession in different way, which was somewhere 80s, 70s or 80s we could able to observe. Maybe there is a change in the entire things. So, but now the change, positive change is expected in the profession, and let us bring up ourselves from the caste, culture, religion, all these things. CA as a CA is a one person. CA is a profession. You be a CA, you have to put it on merits, votes on merits. Person who is really capable enough to vote for the profession, do something duty for the profession, has to be elected. It has to be elected. It should not be eliminated. And that screening has to be done 365 days. It is not a one-day job or when the elections were declared, you are trying to screen the. No. You have to see the person throughout the 365 days, how is putting his efforts to the profession, how is working, how is contributing in different capacity as an academician, as a person of elected person or maybe non-elected person or to a different forums. I think that only can give us the better results. And no, it is not nothing to undermine any of the elected leaders. But yes, the screening has to happen. Members have to see how we can do this process very different way, so that the profession is the important. Because unless the profession is there, we are not going to be there. Profession hai to hum log hai. That is what nation first, profession first. That is the policy. That will only take this profession to new heights. If we think about ourselves, probably we are going to kill the profession itself. And that is what the person also said. Some culprits have started thinking about themselves, and then result is that profession getting tarnished. That's the something, a warning alarm for all of us. Yes, Manoj, this is from my side.
Vinod, would you like to turn on your video and speak? A good observation from you.
Thank you, Manoj.
Vinod? What's interesting here is the rules are made by the parliament, and this is a strong vote for democracy at the professional body level. Elections are held and successfully, it sends a signal to the whole world about the democracy in the professional bodies, an opportunity for all to contribute and serve the profession. Now, what really happens, what's the outcome and the contribution in enhancing the professional development by the new candidate would have to be seen in the future. Umesh? Umesh?
Yeah, Manoj, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your
Can you repeat?
expectation from the new candidate?
See, first of all, the quality is the important part. What are the academic
Is your video on?
requirements? No, just a minute. Yeah. See, first of all, the high standard, what is expected from a chartered accountant has to be there. And then secondly, yes, definitely being an academician also, very knowledge and having the legacy of past president, the expectations are very high. The changes that has been expected by the members society, definitely the initiation has to be done at this stage. And we have seen that while his discussion or maybe whatever the talks, the messages that we are receiving, he is definitely trying hard to keep that standard, what he has followed the legacy. I think that is what expected from that. There are many changes have been expected, and I think the council is doing. It is not that council is not doing. Council is doing it, but yes, some more efforts are required, and that can be from the stalwart like this. Definitely, we can expect Byjus thing to contribute in a very different way to the entire profession as a leader of the profession. Let it be a change in the course curriculum, what is expected, then definitely there's a professional standards that is there. Then the regarding the members' expectation as far as the activities have been concerned. So you can do a lot of things. Most important part is the promoting the profession or portraying the profession in a very different way in the society. Along with that, changing the perception of the profession in the minds of the public at large. And for that, we have to do n number of activities, and that too on a very war footing, because the way the image is getting eroded, it cannot be stopped unless we bring so much of activities or so much of efforts in multiple dimension. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So that type of things has to be is expected from the leaders, and I think they will definitely do see change in coming years in the activities, professional activities. So let's hope for the best. उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है, हम भी चाहते हैं things will move in a very right direction for the all entire professional, and people will again give that respect to the entire professionals, chartered accountants, with the same thing, their signatures, whatever the value perceived by our president, prime minister, that yes, the signature of a chartered accountant is something equal to the president. Yes, it is, and it will be valued in that direction in future also. Yes, Manoj, this is something from my
So
side.
with that note of cautious optimism, we can close the session and let's hope for the best.
Surely, surely, sir. Thank you very much, Manoj. Thank you. Thank you to all the participants.